My mic is on. Turn it up a bunch. Hopefully that sounds better. Curious. Oh, he's still alive? Oh shoot. Hi, Furrow. Did you say something in the chat yet? I was gonna turn on Buddy's stream, but Tyler, hello. I don't think my Facebook comments are coming through, so I'm gonna have to open my my Facebook. Someone sent me a friend request. I have no idea what that is. There we go. Well, I know two people who are awake. You need to drink with me so you can sleep. How are you guys doing? I can't drink with you, Furrow. Um, I just dropped Jessie and her friends off at the bar, so I have to pick them up. It's almost 1 now, and the bar closes at 3. So this is not going to be a very long stream, but I'm awake, so figure why not? I gotta turn my thing down over there. So I don't understand um why does Facebook comments come on my stream sometimes, but not all the time? Like, what am I doing wrong? Tyler, you're just getting off work. Late shift. Wow. What do you do, Tyler, again? Why are the dogs barking? Does nobody unlock the door? Okay, so I have to tell you guys something. There's only, well, there's 3. There's 4 of us here now. Um, yesterday night. Yesterday was actually, well, now it's technically the next day. So do I say the night before yesterday? Custodians, why work when everyone is gone? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because um then people can't treat you good, right? You know how I'm just because lots of people say I don't care what kind of person you are. I want to know how you treat, custodian, the waiter, stuff like that. Um, but if you work at a different time than people are actually there, how are they supposed to treat you, like another person? Yeah. Hey, Furrow, thank you. Furrow had to switch to Twitch. But you know what? At the same time, you do not have to worry about cleaning an area and then someone coming behind you and making a mess right after you cleaned it. That's the good thing about working your hours. And you know what else? I actually really enjoyed working the night shift. Okay, so let me tell you guys something. Laura, hello. Oh, you're out of one of your naps right now. Come to say hi. Um, okay, so Thursday evening, just in case it's kind of, well, now it's technically Saturday morning now. It's like 1. Thursday was a busy day for me, okay? I I've not been sleeping well. And I've been having like 3-hour sleeps 3 hours, 4 hours. I've been really stressed out, and my brain definitely um is feeling the effects, showing the effects, I guess, because I'm not, I don't know what I'm doing. Um, Thursday evening. Okay, I worked all day on Friday. Thursday I worked all day. 8:30 to 5 was my schedule. My time, of course. And then after I got off work, I went to go pick up my youngest from her work. And then came back home and I had like, 10 minutes to get ready. Um, I'm not a, I don't wear makeup and my hair was already done. Nice. I thought it was nice. Um, yeah, and I, just had to change some of my clothes. But and then I had to go to a networking event for my one payroll business. Because I don't know if you've watched in the last couple days, but I was thinking about might have to close my one business because it's not making enough money. Um, so I was thinking about that and this networking event that I had signed up for a while ago. Of course, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go to the networking event because if I go and I have to close my business down, what's the point of going, right? That was my thought. And of course, my mind, my body is lazy. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I I may be lazy in my body, but at the same time, I'm not. Or maybe it's my mind that's lazy, but my body's not. That probably makes more sense. So, in my mind, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I, you know, but actually, I do enjoy working. So, I enjoy my job that I have. Um, Anywho, whatever. So, I um headed to this networking event and I was having anxiety. And it's probably because of my stress lately. And I've been having anxiety, panic attacks, whatever, um, lasting even like 3/4 of a day, more than half a day long, anxiety. Um, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. And at the beginning, I got there and they were having a meeting downstairs for the members, right, of this business association. And I'm not a member, but I was invited as a guest. So I went, and not as a guest, as in going with someone there, as in just going to the event as a guest from the business association because um, I've done stuff with them before. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go. And if I'm not feeling it while I'm there, I'm gonna leave. So I got there, and of course they were done their meeting downstairs, and they came upstairs. Which, by the way, I have to say, their meeting downstairs was just a great idea. So they have like business people or business owners sitting at tables, and it's like speed dating, but it's called speed networking. So then you sit with someone for so long and then you move to the next person or someone shuffles on one side. Um, Great idea. Of course, I wasn't a part of it because I'm not a member, but definitely great idea. So I they then moved upstairs to it's a hotel but a restaurant. Um, so the Sawmill, which is a great restaurant, they also have a hotel in the same place. Anywho, I went to the like the lounge area where everybody was meeting, and I didn't know where to get my name tag. So I'm just sitting there, and these all these people are coming up, and they're all chatting, blah blah blah. They all just met each other or already know each other, right? Because they're part of this association, business association. So they're having their conversations and stuff, and I just sat down at a table, um, and I just I just sat there. I was like, yes, yeah, no, no. Um, I would say yes, Tyler, because all I wanted to do was lay in bed and go to sleep. I just wanted to disappear. So, uh, the one day when I had the anxiety for like half of the day, I I would not let myself do that. I wouldn't let myself just lay in bed. Um, as much as I wanted to, I've been having a hard time sleeping at night. So I thought if I lay down during the day and I sleep during the day, I'm gonna have a worse time at night. So I, f- I forced myself to stay up. This was actually Sunday. I forced myself to stay up. I went to the gym, and which I honestly I would not recommend going to the gym while you're having an anxiety attack. Um, but it wasn't enough to the point that I had to sit down and just hold my knees or anything. Um, but you know how sometimes when you're in certain situations, you act certain ways, right? Or when you're in certain situations, you don't let other people know how you're feeling. Um, I'm more of the second version. So I have the anxiety. It's going for like it's already been going for a little while. It was morning time. I went to the gym, was doing gym stuff, and then I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Um, Shortness of breath, I'm sweaty, I'm a little bit shaky, and I'm like, I can't do this. But I fought with myself. I was like, no, I gotta do this. I have to. I haven't been to the gym in a couple of days, like 4 days or something like that, but I gotta go. So I made myself go, started working out, thought that it probably wasn't a best idea. Stayed working out some more and then some more. And then I'm gonna get to your comment, Pharaoh, in just a second. And then I was like, okay, I think I did pretty good. And I actually thought maybe that might help me, that it might calm my heart down a little bit or my body down a little bit. And then after I had a shower, went to the steam room for a bit, just sat there, just like relax, relax, think positive thoughts, don't panic, and had another shower and then, got dressed and was leaving. And still, it was still happening. Um, and then even like got back home and I was like, oh, I'm having this anxiety attack. Like, it's been since this morning. Um, oh, thanks, Tyler. You know what? It's really hard to get there. Sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't, I just want to, watch TV because I'm very busy, right? So I'm like, I just want, I call it, I just want me time. But you know what? I started looking at it different. I started looking at it different and saying, me time is gym time. I used to look at it as that's another thing on the calendar. That's another thing I have to do. But when I start telling myself it's me time, Don't have to worry about anyone else. That's not actually true because they text me or call me, but it's mostly me time and I really enjoy it. So that makes my mind appreciate it more. But I ended up after the gym, I think I had to get some groceries or something if I remember correctly. I don't remember correctly. My mind is all messed up lately, so I'm not remembering stuff very well. Um and come back home and then I had to go to my I had a psychology appointment and I went, which was at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. So this has been going on all day. And I get to the psychology appointment and I sit down and we're talking and I'm telling her I don't know why, I'm just, and then we just started talking about stuff and whatever. And I know this girl can talk, okay? 1 hour is not enough for counseling, therapy, whatever. 1 hour is not enough. Um, yes, yeah, exactly. It's my time. That's what tell myself. So I think counseling sessions should be 2 hours, because I could totally use the whole 2 hours. I mean, sure, some people might go to a counseling session or whatever with their psychologist and um, not want to say anything. But I am going there to try to improve this, right? This actually, not this so much, but this. I'm going to the gym to improve this. Um, so we're talking about, and by the end of the session, it was gone. It was gone. And I was like, and you would not believe how appreciative I was that it was gone. I don't even remember what I did for the rest of the day or whatever. But I do remember. Oh no, I did actually. After I was on my way home, I um I decided to. No, I did go to the gym in the morning. Never mind. See, I can't. It's not working. Um. Anywho, maybe I don't know if I was nervous about the psychology appointment. I don't think I was because we've had great conversations. There's never enough time, and she even keeps listening to me even though our time is up, until she gets a notification saying her next client is there. Um, she just lets me talk, and but not only just me talking. She'll say, okay, what I'm hearing from you is this, right? And then she has these ideas. Um, Yes, Farrell says another good reason to drink takes away all anxiety. And F those people. I would tell them to network my face. Just kidding. I wouldn't have made it in the first place. You did good to show up. Thank you. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't forced to go, right? I signed up for it. I decided that I need to build my business more. That's why I signed up for it a couple months ago. And that's why I forced myself to go, even though I didn't, I was having too much anxiety or just thinking about it too much. Not so much the anxiety, but I just didn't want to. So I get there, sit down at a table by myself. I've got a glass of water and I'm sitting there. And I didn't want to look at my phone because I thought if I'm just sitting there on my phone, people are going to be like, oh, that person's probably not part of this, right? So I just kind of sat there looking at people having their conversations and trying to tell myself, I've done this before. I can do it again. I just have to go start talking to people, you know. But it's that awkwardness where let's say there's a group of three people standing there talking, and they're in their conversation, blah, blah, blah. And what do you do? Like, do you just walk up and stand there and stare at them until they acknowledge you? Like, that initial like action. Oh yeah, but it's not. It's easy to say you just got to break the ice, but when you're actually doing it, when there's three people standing there and they're into their conversation, and you just step it. I've done it, and I did it that night. I just went and stood there, and I smiled, made eye contact with all of them, smiled, and but sometimes some people talk a little more than other people get to, if I'm saying that properly. Um, hey, it's 111. So sometimes when you interrupt the group, some people are appreciative of it. So, and I only say that because I think one of the groups I went into, I think there was someone that was talking a little bit too much um, about themselves and not asking about other people enough. But yeah, just people, oh, hey, what's your name? I got my tag. I did eventually get the tag thing. I did also get myself a vodka cranberry. Um, so yes, Furrow, I did get a drink. Um, were you twirling your hair? I was not. Um, I sat there for a little while by myself, and um then I started looking at my phone because I sent Jesse a message, and I'm like, Jesse, I'm freaking out right now. I just want to leave. And she gave me encouraging words, and she's like, here, just start doing this, say this, ask them about this, blah blah. And it was really cute because like I already know this stuff to do this stuff, and I had no problems. You would think that I was the most confident person there. I had no problems talking to people. But for some reason, the other night, I was that person in the corner sitting by myself when everybody else was having great meetings. Um, and then there was some people that actually came by. It was a long table. I was sitting at one corner of the table. Some people came by and they're like looking around, somewhere to hang their chair or whatever, or their jacket, and there's a chair there. So, I just like smiled. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, sit down. Um, and then they stood there for a second and they're like, oh, we got to go get a drink. So then they went to get a drink. And eventually I talked to the one woman. She was talking about hanging her coat up somewhere or whatever. Um, and then she walked away and I was like, okay, but well, you know, like what do you say to a person that's just sitting there by themselves, right? You make small talk and you move on. That's how it goes. Um, just imagine there's someone from chat that could help. Yes, actually, um, 1,087 days, Tyler. Who can pass that? Damn. Happy anniversary. Jeez. Do I play with my hair when I'm worried? Hold on, I gotta look at this. Do I play with my hair when I seem worried? Or twirl my hair? Anywho, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so eventually I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stand in line to get a drink, right? And that's what I did. I stood in line to get a drink, and then the line was moving extremely slow. So that gave me opportunity to kind of like butt into someone's conversation and smiled and there was a man and a woman in front of me and the guy was like, "Hi, are you part of this, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well, I'm not a member, but I'm here as a guest." So, oh, like, thank you. So then I'm like, I'm just really fighting my nervousness, right now. And he's like, "Oh, no problem." He's like, "Well, I'll be moving over there, um, for a bit on that side." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And and the woman, she did not. She turned and looked at me when the guy was like, "This is whatever her name is." That's how great I am. I think it was Jennifer. This is Jennifer, and his name was Chris. Um, and he introduced both of them. She just kind of turned around, whatever. But she didn't turn around again. Like she kept her back to me, and he was standing sideways talking to me. And I, I don't, I don't know. Like it's a networking event. I would think you would want to face the person that you're having a conversation with. Um, so anywho, so he's like, "Oh, we'll be over there." I was like, "Okay, I'll come find you." And I'm like, then I have a mission, right? I'll come find you. He's like, "Okay." So, uh, 8 days away from 3 years. And I can't really help. I'm very socially awkward and I'd rather be in the back of the room or behind the scenes, right? Usually I'm not that person, but I've become that person, you know, and I don't like it. And I'm sure you don't like it, right? But it's hard to get out of. So I got my drink. I made myself go to the other side where everybody was, well, there were people hanging out on both sides. Um, and I just like kind of walked. I looked around, and first you kind of want to talk to someone that you might feel comfortable around. And I don't know if this is going to seem awkward or not, but kind of just like a group of like four women standing over there talking. There's a group of like, three men, one woman. There's a group of like two men, two women. Um, there's like bigger group of like, like three women, three men, two men, whatever. And the table that I went to where people were standing, there was three men standing there. Um, and I just felt that felt like the more welcoming group, if that makes sense. It doesn't because I did meet other people after that, and some of them are very nice. And yeah, had a couple conversations. And you know what I did? Are you ready to hear what I did? It's safe, so I like it. But I think it would grow me to not do that all the time. Yeah, I started talking about gaming. Reverse, you don't like meeting those people, but you can stream. Yeah, exactly. You know why? Because all I'm doing is looking at a little circle that you guys are looking at me through, but I don't see you guys, you know? Like and that doesn't mean you guys are not people because that's why I want to have the conversations. That's why I want people to, you know, chat in my chat. chat in my type in my chat. What? Log out? No. Cancel. Have I been sitting here that long? Half an hour. Okay. Um, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just talking instead of actually playing. Um, stream. I wrote on my name tag. I wrote my name. I wrote my one business name, and then I wrote my Eve's Gaming Fun name under. Well, business name under. And so people like they're looking at your tag and they're, oh hi, Eve, how are you doing? My name is so and so. I'm like, okay, okay, nice to meet you. And so what's your business? What do you do? And I start, um, well, I am a little bit of a busybody, um, because I'm working full time and I'm running two businesses. And when I say that, everybody's face is like, what? You're working full time and running two businesses? And I'm like, whoa, it's not like that at all. My businesses are very, very slow. Like they're not doing well at all. So it's just like very beginning kind of like, although I've had them for three, over 3 years now. Wow. Um, so it sounds awesome when it comes out, but then I'm like, no, no, don't get the wrong impression of me, right? I am not this big time person, right? I have like average of 4 viewers in my stream. But I'll say I point to my name tag. I'll say this is my business where I provide payroll service. I'm a payroll specialist, so I provide payroll services to small businesses. Um, and I also do tax returns for individuals and as well as bookkeeping. Um, good thing you can't see. Good thing you can't see me. Why? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Um, so now I'm distracted for thanks, Rich. And then after that, and then oh, interesting. But people in like the bookkeeping kind of businesses are, I mean, everybody needs bookkeepers, right? Everyone that has employees needs a payroll specialist. Um, you know, absolutely. Hell yeah. Um, get distracted. It doesn't take me much to get distracted. You guys know that already, right? Um, after I say that part, then I say, point my other business here is it's called Eve's Gaming Fun. I almost thought I wasn't supposed to say that for a second. And they're like, "Oh, what's that?" And I'm like, "Well, I play a video game online and I have a camera on me while I'm playing the video game and I have people watching me and they give me tips." And oh, now the conversation starts because I ended up standing there for quite a while. First talking to one person for quite a while, talking about games, and he plays Mother Trucker, RuneScape, Elder Scrolls, Elder Scrolls. Um, and we were talking about the differences between Elder Scrolls and World of Warcraft. And it was very interesting, actually. And I got really comfortable just talking about the gaming. Um, when it came to talking about my other business, um, I always refer to my gaming business as my other business, whereas my payroll business, I introduce it as my business, right? And then I'll say my other business is. Um, I almost feel like I should introduce them backwards, if that makes sense. But then again, if I start talking about the gaming first, um, I probably won't get to talk about my other business. I was talking about you streaming. You say you just talk to the camera, so it's easy. Yeah. Honestly, and I've said this a million times, so you guys already know this. If we were sitting in a room, um, facing each other, I probably would turn so I wasn't facing you. But not just you specifically, but I mean all of you. Um, I, I'm very, very not outgoing in person. I'm very shy. And I've also said before, from like kindergarten to even college, I maybe spoke like 10 words throughout the whole time, from beginning to end, like the whole time, maybe 10 words. Rich says, you do induce mass reciprocation, Eve. What does that mean? Furrow says, I would take a shower first. You wouldn't have to turn away from me. I probably wouldn't turn away. That because I think that would be rude, right? So I would not turn away. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I think, you know, some people I've had more conversations with, messages and stuff like that. Um, and I feel like I'd be more comfortable, you know, but it's still that this is a body, that's a body, right? And I normally don't like bodies, right? Um, I don't know. Um, Tyler says, yeah, I call my gaming a side gig and my main job as my main job. Then I do part-time Amazon delivery, and that's my other side gig. Okay, so you have your main job and then you have two side gigs, right? Well, I mean, y- did you register your business or did you register your gaming as a business? Like, because I think you should say my business, not side gig. Um, and I try to say my business. Well, technically, yeah, it's registered as a business. Um, and any money I get, I pay taxes on. Like I do the whole sole proprietor tax return, two of them actually, and then my regular, my personal tax return. Um, but I find that, I can go through I have this business doing payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping, and then I say, I don't like bookkeeping, but I have someone else that does it for me, and the happens, and but I'm serious. I don't like bookkeeping. I'm more of a when it comes to like payroll or something like that, or I'm more of a black and white, right? Whereas I feel like bookkeeping is more gray, which is why I don't really. You could put something this way, or you could put it that way, or you could also put it this way. Me, I like it's either left or it's right, you know. Um, I don't like things jumping all over the place. I'm totally telling you guys things that my mind really thinks. I don't know if that's a good thing. Um, Maybe it is. I don't know. But what does that mean, rich? So I had some good conversations about gaming and found out something quite interesting. So someone showed me, I don't know if it was a TikTok or just a video. I don't know. I think it was in China. I'm not sure. There's this bridge. It's just a really long bridge or something, and there are people sitting like with the bridge railings or whatever behind them. What do you call them? Um, the bridge behind them, and they're all sitting. They got like a pillow or something. They're sitting there, and they're probably about, I'd say about 6 feet apart, if I had to guess. And every single one of them is sitting down. There's a ring light in front of them, and they've got their phone going, and they're just talking, and they're all streaming, and all like you look, and there's like so many people. And so I got shown a video of that, and I was like, wow, right? And they're like, that's all they do. They sit there and they talk to people and they get money and they make a lot of money because they sit there so long, right? And I'm like, wow. So this person told me about someone that they met that was making some sort of millions in Chinese yen, I think it is their currency. Um, which still, the platform that they're on still takes certain percentage or whatever, and but yet their income in the end still works out to like, you know, I don't even remember what the number was, like let's say a million or something. Let's say they start with like 15 million, but then in the end they have like a million or 10 million or whatever it is. I'm not going to remember the number. Um, and that's amazing. Just sitting there, right? Um, yes, I am just sitting here. Rich says reciprocation is back and forth motion. Okay, let me read that again. You do induce mass reciprocation. So when I talk, it feels like people want to respond. That's what you're saying. I think it helps that I ask questions too, because I can spell big words. I just don't really know what they mean. Yeah, I'm that basic. Furrow says, I would poop off the side of the bridge for extra tips. You probably would get quite a few tips. You probably make pretty good money. What time is it? 1:30, 2:30. I have about an hour. Thank you, Rich, by the way. Um, I think that's a positive thing. I feel like I feel like I could earn respect from people quite fast, easily. Um, and because I respect people quite fast and easily, I trust people quite fast and easily. I probably trust people too fast and easily. um, I don't know. I feel like some people have, You have my respect. You talk to viewers. Yes. And that's why I don't think I would do well as a big time streamer that has like even 100 viewers. And I'm thinking about that as I said that. And you can take a joke. It depends on how it's done. Yeah, yeah, joke. Yes, yes, I can take a joke. Um, Definitely. I think I'm easygoing. And I think at times when I'm not easygoing, where I feel like I'm being like "Ugh," difficult, um, but in the end, I'm actually just being assertive. I think that's good. So tell me a joke then. Yeah, I would not do well as a big time streamer with 100 viewers or more. I might have seen you grumpy a few times, but you held it well. I I think I can hold it pretty good. Just got awkward in here for a second. Oh, mhm, absolutely. Should I do a dungeon? Oh, anywho, in the end, I got this many business cards and I gave away um probably about the same amount. And I also wrote my stream on the back of some of the cards. By the way, if any of you are from that night, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that stuff. Um, I try to be engaging. I think that's one thing that's important. You know, I'm saying something different because I have no idea what I was saying before. Um, that's what I was gonna say. So I did mention before that I was saying that I might be closing my one business. Um, I actually met someone that is in the process of starting to retire. They have a bookkeeping business. They are looking for someone to take their clients over. Um, I had someone else that's looking for someone possibly for payroll. Um, and I have someone else that wants me to take their uh, purchase their services. I can't help it. This thing it's going. Um, I don't want to do a dungeon. I just want to sit here and chat. Is that okay with you guys? So let's talk about stuff. Um, Plastic lemon. Oh my gosh, that is like the best name ever. What, Rich? Rich is starting with the German again. That is a good little girl. Is that what you just said? I'm a big girl. I do big girl things. Is that what you said? Pharaoh says, F those dungeons. I just wanted to see your pretty face. Thank you. You're gonna get me all hot and bothered. That person's name is Bring Snacks. I said, yes, this is good little woman. Okay, so I was close, right? I was close. Here's a good question. If you had to cook one meal for the rest of your life, what meal would you cook? Something that you could inhale like every single day, maybe even multiple times a day. I know what I'd cook. Okay, who knows what I would cook? Does deep fried pussy count? Um, I don't really think that counts because ouch. Gwen says hot dogs. Hot dogs can be they could be good. I don't know if I could eat hot dogs like maybe I would have to change the brand every once in a while or something. That's good. That's a good guess, Burrow. Um, I actually just found out something about rice recently. hmm When you cook rice, you would not think this, but you should not eat it the next day after 24 hours because it actually starts to grow mold and people have gotten really sick. I could definitely eat steak multiple times a day, every day, probably forever. Because even if you're eating the same steak every day, you can put different toppings on it. After sitting one day, the maggots crawl out of the rice. Oh, it's bacteria. I don't think it's maggots. One meal, actually. So I could have rice and steak with some kind of vegetables do I like carrots, cauliflower, Chinese food. I love Chinese food. Yep. Well, I mean steak first, but teriyaki beef, close enough for me. I like teriyaki beef, but I think I'd honestly rather have like a nice thick steak. Like I don't want like I don't want just a small piece of meat. Like I want a steak. As far as my steak goes, no comment. Okay, you can comment. I don't mind comments. Hmm. Oh, my character's gonna log out again. Try to. I can't believe it's already been an hour. I am actually not tired at all. I think my body's tired, but my mind's going. Oh my gosh, I'm way too thirsty. I would probably shoot for lobster. Oh, and like your throat's just really dry and you need that water. Actually, I think it's because of my pills, my new pills. I think maybe that's why. Shoot, I lost the stream. I'm sorry, I'm Rich, I'm sorry. Uh, for the chat versus dungeon question, you are a little shorter than me. How tall are you? Cheese and broccoli rice with hamburger, sharp cheddar cheese, and Thousand Island dressing. We have a chef in the room. Shrimp fried rice with sharp cheddar cheese and Thousand Island would be a close second. 6 pounds at a time. Right. I figured this out just the other day, actually. I am like 179 or 180 centimeters. So you're 188. You are taller, but um 8 centimeters. That's not that big. I mean, difference, right? 8 centimeters is like, well, that person's name is Broken. In the world of gaming, showed my friend you tick of me. Oh, you showed the video, my TikTok video um of you dying, and you're trying to get her to come to hardcore with you. Oh, that's awesome. I hope she joins you. Mm-hmm. 6'2" in American. I got another follower anyways. What do you mean by that, Furrow? Oh, tell her thank you. Maybe I'm a little bit tired. Um, 20 minutes. Not that far. You know, wow. I think maybe I should go. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. at your time. It's 2 mine. Oh, Rich says, my sister is 1.27 centimeters taller than you. My mom is the short one in the family. How short is your mom? Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. I should probably be leaving in like about half an hour. And yeah, I'm gonna go. Get a stretch and wake up. That's a good idea. Because I can't fall asleep. If I fall asleep, I'm gonna be way more tired. If even if I sleep for like 20 minutes, I'm gonna be way more tired. 5'5". That's pretty small. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a good morning. Yes. Thank you for being here. Of course, as usual, I appreciate every like, share, comment, follow, view, stars, tips, donations, merch purchases, website views, evil13.ca, bits. I'm gonna get through it. Subscriptions and PayPal tips. Have a good night.